Returning to one of our top stories, some backbench Liberal MPs are demanding the party adopt a more open approach on the Voice to Parliament debate. Joining us live now is National Senator Matt Canavan. Matt, should the Liberal Party adopt a formal position on the Voice?
Well, look, it's not for me to comment too much on what the Liberal Party should do. That's a matter for them. The Nationals Party has a very strong and united now position on this. So there's only one person who had a different view in our party room who has left us now. So we're united against this. It's up to the Liberal Party about this. But this whole debate seems to be a bit of a Seinfeld debate to me. It's a debate about nothing. The first point to make is the idea somehow that that the Liberal or National parties impose binding positions on people is just incorrect. It's always been the case that we provide our members and senators a vote according to their conscience. Can't see how this would be different here. Although, of course, if a formal position is taken, those in the ministry are expected to be consistent in the viewpoint that they put on an issue. But if you want to take a different view, as I do sometimes, on different issues, I'm living proof that we do allow freedom among our members and senators. So I don't know what this debate is about. The other point to make here too, whatever the Liberal and National parties decide on their position, this ultimately will be decided by the Australian people. This is a referendum, so it's up to them. And I think it is good that we have at least the Nationals Party out there taking an alternative viewpoint. This is a major change to our constitution, and it should go through a rigorous contest of ideas. That it will now, with one major political party providing a voice to those who don't think this is a good change.
It has caused a fair bit of tension, though, naturally a bit of debate. Do you expect there will be some more tension within the coalition over this issue?
Yeah, look, I don't quite accept that. I mean, notwithstanding Mr G's decision, which was all a little bit strange, and he'll have to explain that to his own electorate and voters, But overall, there's not a lot of tension on this issue. I mean, I don't. It doesn't. It's not an issue that comes up to debate too much among us. It's also the case that while there are people within the coalition that support the Voice proposal, they seem to be very much in the minority. There's not a huge number of those, and it would seem strange if an overall position is held hostage to the views of a small minority of the Liberal or Nationals party rooms. But yeah, the idea that this is a major battle, I don't accept that at all. There are differences of opinions and views, but it's not something that's going to, I think, live past the referendum itself when it occurs next year.
Has there been any fallout in the Nats since Andrew G quit?
Well, again, not really. I mean, we're all on sort of, Christmas break, so there hasn't been a lot of opportunity to communicate. It's always disappointing, obviously, to lose somebody. But as I said, the whole incident seemed a little strange. I mean, Andrew hadn't really expressed these views to me or to many others that I've spoken to in the party room before, so came out of left field, the idea that he'd quit over the issue. Normally, of course, you'd have a little bit of a run-up before someone would make such a big leap to leave the party room. But as I said, that's really a matter for Andrew to explain to his electorate in particular. I mean, they elected him only 6 months ago or so in May this year to represent them as a Nationals Party MP. And he, as I say, he hasn't seemed to have done much airing of these views beforehand before making such a big decision and potentially defrauding his own electorate and jumping in as an independent.
Just want to speak to you about another issue. The Albanese government is considering purchasing Strike Master missile systems, which could protect the top end of the country. Do you think that's the right way to defend Northern Australia?
Look, I don't know the specifics of this particular proposal, but I do think we should be considering to bolster our defences. Obviously, the former government was doing that with the purchase of nuclear subs, along with many other investments in our military. So I do support further investments. I'll leave it up to the experts to decide what the best way to do that and achieve that. I also don't think we should forget that this we're having to spend this extra money. We're having to take these precautions because of the aggression of the Chinese Communist Party. And while there's a little bit of cheerleading from the business community to say, yeah, let's get back into bed with China, I think we should be very cautious about that. Especially given that it's their behaviour and conduct that is causing us to have to invest more in our defence and our military. So we don't see why we should necessarily reward them with a stronger business relationship at the same time. We have other options to do business in our region, and we should seek out friendly partners that are not threatening the security of the overall region and our own country.
Okay, Senator Matt Canavan, thank you so much for your time. Great to speak with you.